And we will never experience revival unless somebody decides and sets their face like flint and decides they're not looking back and that they're only looking forward. And no matter how slow you think it's going, Pastor, we're making progress. We're making progress. We're making progress. Press on. Press on. Press on. And you know, I got on the internet and I looked up these squatters. And there is literally a place in Cairo, Egypt, called the City of the Dead. And because these people are in such desolation and such dry land with no provision, no sustenance, no financial means to legitimately enter a contract and pay rent or lease a piece of property, they have literally had to go to the city of the dead. They have gone back to where their ancestors were buried in the above tombs. What do you call them? Mausoleums? Above ground tombs. Period. And it shows it on the internet. You go look it up for yourself. These squatters had nowhere else to go, and they had already drained the life out of everyone. They would go and beg to stay here. You beg to stay there. You ain't got this. Can you give me this? Can you let me borrow this? Can I stay with you this day? Can I stay with you that day? Can I occupy can I go find something? And I'll tell you something. They ran out of places to go. And now they are remodeling, turning into little condos. And they're living literally with the dead. And I came to speak to you in the Spirit today and say you cannot never go back. If you're a squatter, you need to repent and change your mind and change your direction and change your mentality and change your life and begin to see yourself not as a squatter but as a pioneer. And you can't stay. I've never seen a fruit orchard in a cemetery. I've never seen anything fruitful that would multiply and produce fruit living in a cemetery. Do you know what the definition of settle is? Anybody here know what to settle means?
Occupy.
To occupy. And you know what it occupies, Brother Ricky? Let me give you this beautiful definition of settle. To settle in the noun form. Now listen very carefully. I want you to stand to your feet while you listen to this, because I don't want you to be guilty. To settle in the noun form. You're going to love this. I ain't making this stuff up. I got in at past midnight last night, and I've been up for days with no sleep. I hadn't had time to make any of this stuff up. The definition to settle in the noun form, which you rarely, maybe you've never heard. A long wooden bench with a back on it. To settle, to get comfortable, to get complacent, to get in a padded pew, turn the air conditioner on less than 70 and get yourself comfortable so that you can be entertained, so that you can just squat, so that you can do nothing. You have settled for sin in your life. You've settled for fornication in your life. You've settled for greed and lust and pride. But God tells you that pride will send you to hell. But pride's not going to cool the temperature of hell, not 1 degree. It's not going to change a city. It's not going to change a church. It's not going to change the environment. All it's going to do